Hey, welcome back to another episode of Discombobulated. How the fuck is it going? How the hell are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I want to say this up top. I have a friend who is in need, and my friend her name is Erin, and I grew up with her. I've known her for a very long time. She's a huge reason why I'm a mega fan of Story of the Year. Her brother was in a music video. You can see his wiener. It's on YouTube. Type in Big Blue Monkey. You'll find it. But she's not doing great, and she needs your help. So go to my socials, and I will share links on how you can help her, because she has GBS, which from what I understand means her immune system is attacking her nerves. And just because her body doesn't know what the hell is going on, we do. So we are going to help her and her family because she's an amazing, funny, incredible person. She's incredible. Like I said, we were in student council together. She got me into Story of the Year. So she's very important. So you got to help her. She has GBS. And if you don't know what that is, okay, Google, what's GBS?
According to Wikipedia, Guillain-Barré Syndrome is a rapid onset muscle weakness caused by the immune system damaging the peripheral nervous system.
See? You don't, and if that does that sound good to you or bad? Bad? Cool. Let's help her out then. Make sure you donate. And I already donated too. Don't be one of those people, because I do know a comedian who shared something and they're like, donate. And I was like, holy shit, I should probably try to donate. And I went to donate and there was no way to donate. And I'm not saying you shouldn't bring awareness, but I was saying that I think you should fucking check the link before you fucking make people. What? I'm mad? I am mad. Because the Lord hurt my friend. The Lord made my friend sick with some GBS, and that is some BS if I ever heard some. And just so you know, Erin would laugh at all of this because she has a good sense of humor. And so do you if you're listening to this podcast and wondering how you transition out of talking about this. And she has twins, so she really needs help. She had a kid, and the kid was like, "There's two of us," and she also has other children. So on top of having other children, her children copy pasted inside of her body, so she needs help. I was texting her earlier, so we are friends. I am sure she's going to hear this and go, that was the dumbest shit I ever heard. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't make you be friends with me. I didn't approach you in math class. Oh my God. Yeah, she was a huge reason I'm, like I said, a mega Story of the Year fan, because she was like, we were like talking about music we both were into. And I remember at the time, like, I knew Story of the Year, but she was like, oh, here's them like as Big Blue Monkey, which was their band before they were Story of the Year. They were called Big Blue Monkey, and they had a song called Story of the Year. Can you believe it? So that whole world was opened up to me by her. And she was like, oh, here's my brother. Here's him in like a video, and they throw a firework into the fucking, like a firecracker into the shower. So he has to jump out, and you see his little wiener. And that kind of shaped my sexuality. I was like, well, this band's pretty cool. This band's pretty effing rock and roll. You got peckers. What more could you ask for, really? I'm thinking, and I can't think of anything. So, yeah. She also, one time we were at my house, and we were washing our cars. And so we didn't have shoes on. We were just like in swim trunks, and she slipped in dog shit. And I think, and that is one of the funniest memories. I just remember her going, she's like, I was like, why are you gagging right now? She's like, I stepped in your dog shit. And here's what, I'm going to be very honest. We have to help her now because I didn't help her back then. She was like, can you help me? And I was like, I can't. I'm going to fucking throw up. Erin's like, Bobby, can you help me? And I was like, I can't. And she's like, it's your dog. And I was like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. She was like, help me spray it off. And I was like, go to the neighbors. Oh my God. What's enough? Oh, and then we dated like in high school forever ago, 20 years ago. Yeah. Like almost 20 years ago. And I guess I didn't know she had a boyfriend before me. That happens, you know. And then we date, and I woke up one day and I had a little tiny truck, a little S10, and I woke up and my mom woke me up, and it's like a Sunday morning, Sunday morning, and this was like the first time I'd ever been a part of this because it was like my first high school girlfriend, I guess, or like first, like, you know, and she was a grade older than me, but her boyfriend was older than her. And this guy, we'll never know for sure. But my mom woke me up and she's like, hey, someone like fucking absolutely destroyed your truck. And I was like, what? And I go outside and I'm thinking it's going to be like bashed in or whatever. But apparently it could have been anybody. We're thinking it was him. Covered my car in cat shit and kitty litter and like colored feathers you would get from like the craft store, like glitter. Like it almost seemed like they were like, fuck this guy. And then they were like, well, if we're going to make it a project, we should get an A on it. And there's chocolate sauce. Bobby, how do you know it was chocolate? I didn't eat it, but you know the chocolate sauce when you see it. And so I had to drive my truck to go get fucking washed. And I just remember I was driving, I looked over and there was someone that was dying laughing in their car with their windows rolled up. I could just see them laughing. And I was like, that yeah. So that's how cool Erin is. If you date her, someone's going to fucking be mad and destroy your property. That's how bad this bitch is. That's how cool she is. So you gotta donate and help. You have to. I'm fucking telling you too. No, if you can, but you can. You're like, all I can donate is a couple bucks. Then do that. Skip a meal like I did and donate. Bobby, you skip meals all the time. I do. I was poor before my friend needed help. And now I'm poor after. But you guess what? When I'm in poor health later and she's in great health, her and her family are going to be like, we should donate to that ugly lady, you know. Tatum's Cactus Tate, the girl I go on the road with, her daughter said to her the other day, she saw a picture of me with short hair. And she goes, that's not Bobby. And she goes, yeah, no, that is. And she, right before they went to bed, she told her mom, she goes, you know what? I think Bobby looks better as a girl. You ain't the only one, girl. Yeah. But my ex used to tell me to cut my hair. If I'd have done that, I wouldn't look like Jesus Christ. Which is very important this day and age because everything is getting so religious that I'm glad I do look like Jesus. Like if I needed to, I could do a couple things. I could pull a miracle. They'd be like, look, how that guy rolled that joint that fast, or whatever miracle I do, and then they'd probably give me some change. I'd be like, I'm gonna go give this to the poor. In my pocket, that pocket's poor. I'm the poor guy. Bobby, you seem like you're so rich. I know no one said that just now. Anyway. But yeah, so Erin's amazing. I'll keep talking about her. We've been friends. I'll keep in contact with her and her brother. And what's crazy is like how much like that time influenced me. Like she got me into like certain music, all of that stuff. And like I was into other bands, but when she really got me into Story of the Year, I was like, okay. And she took me to see them. I think we saw them at Point Fest for the first time. And I remember I was like, I want to go down there. And she's like, no, it'll be better if we watch them up here. I still think it would have been better if I went down. But it was hot and I got ketchup on my leg and I stunk to fucking high heaven. So yeah, she took me, her and her brother, I think we went when we were in high school, we went to go see them. And then she stepped in dog shit. And we went to a couple dances together. She would go to parties, but my parents wouldn't allow me to go to parties. So that was always fun. I had a girlfriend that was like the life of a party. And I'd have to like hear about it like I was her dad. she's like, oh my God. And then this guy, Tyler, I thought he was going to try to kiss me, but he didn't. And I had never been cheated on in my life. So I didn't know until like later after a different girlfriend did. So I was like how jellyfish react, like if they've never been harmed. Like she was like, this guy tried to kiss me. And I was like, that's crazy. Like I had no jealousy. Jealousy can be kind of like manifested and harbored or whatever. So, that kind of comes later, but she was, I don't know. She was always just great. She was always like loved by like she was like that girl in school that's like would go to parties and would be fun at parties, would also help someone if they needed help. And then was also like in student council, got great grades, funny. So yeah, we have to help her. We gotta. You just fucking mother goddamn fucking have to. Yeah. I don't want to. I'll probably talk to her. I should have her on I'll just have her on the podcast one time. Oh my God. I'm trying to think. Because there's also like, there's stories that you can't tell every story. But I'm trying to think. I remember because we were friends in just like a class, like when we first met, it's how you just, before you date someone, you just kind of like, you're like in a class together or something. And she would tell me stories about her boyfriend. And she was like, cause I knew they had sex and I didn't, I was a virgin. And so she would talk about it and everything she would say about this guy would gross me out. And I was like, I don't even know if I'm like straight. Maybe I don't like girls. Like, she was like, yeah, do you do this? Like my boyfriend will just like, he'll just like fucking pop one out into his covers. And then like, and I'm like, and then throw his covers in the trash. And she's like, no, he just keeps using them. Like it does that. And then, or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And you always hear those fucking stories, and I'm glad I'm not one of those guys. Like I'm non-binary enough or whatever. I'm like in between where I'm not doing that. Like guys are just like, I have a jerk off wall. It's like my wall. I jerk off onto the wall. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know why I shared that. I should fucking cut that out, but I don't know how it's going to stay in the pot. But yeah, she was always just like super duper funny and like I've always liked and like been like friends with girls that were like that. Like not really, like I have like feminine friends, but I've always had friends that were like funny and open, honest, like all that stuff. And Erin was one of the first ones that I remember like meeting in high school that like introduced me to a lot of people, friends, everything. Like, so yeah, so she's amazing. Please make sure you help and donate to her. And let's talk about tour. I can't talk about my sick ass friend. No, she's going to do great because she has a positive attitude. She's going to be great. And with medicine will help a ton. Fucking absolutely a bunch will be helped out by having that. But yeah, I was just on tour with Cactus Tate and we had so much fun. We were in Sacramento, San Francisco. We were all over the road and then we had a layover in LA. And so we got to go to the beach. We went to Hermosa Beach. God, just what a fucking incredible time. We haven't traveled by airplane in a while. We've been driving everywhere, and I like driving. She fucking hates flying. So anytime we have to, I love it because I'm fucking like, I didn't fly until I was like older. I still get excited about it. I can sleep on a plane. Like I love it. I hate the waiting around. But I just got TSA pre-check, and that shit's a fucking loot shit. That shit, you gotta get TSA pre-check. If you wanna cartwheel, people don't, there's 3 TSA agents standing there, and I walked by, and my thing beeped. Like, literally my luggage beeped, and I waited for someone to grab it. No one grabbed it. It's like a joke. You just go through, you keep your shoes on. They hand you like, they're like, here's an extra belt. Just fucking put this one on. So I went through perfect. And then I went through and then she got groped. She gets groped almost every single time. They profile her. They think she's a bad guy. And she's not. And I have video of it, and it's actually insane. I show her every time. She's like, man, she really grabbed the shit out of me. I'm like, yeah. I don't even think she asked her. She's like, I'm going to touch you with the back of my hand. She's like flipped her around. I was like, Jesus Christ. Because I was going to post it, and I was like, this one's really not funny. She's like, I know. I fucking hate it every time. She's like, do you have anything on you? She's like, I'm wearing sweatpants. Yeah. I have where my pants are tied together. Yeah. That's something bad. I have something bad. Anyway, I don't care. But so I fly through and we're there and she was in a bad mood, but I'll tell you what, I can't explain it. I was in a great mood. I barely gotten any sleep the night before, but I was still just like, I felt great. And I'm in a good mood. I love traveling for stand-up. It's my happy place. So we're on the road, and then she goes to the bathroom, and I watch a lady. Have you ever, when you go to an airport, there's a couple, like, everything's you know, it's like, okay, here's all the chips, here's water, here's a Starbucks, here's the things. And then every once in a while, you see, like, some crazy shit. And at the Houston airport? It's kind of at all of them. There will be, like, a coffee maker that makes your coffee that you're like, I'm not letting a Waymo car make my fucking coffee. And then next to that, there's like a humongous thing for cupcakes. And you always look at it and you're like, me, I kind of want one, but you're like, I'm not fucking eating a cupcake. I'm not getting a cupcake. I'm not buying a cupcake. And I've never seen anyone buy one. And we're sitting there and we're like at the gate so early because we're always kind of scared of missing our flight. So we're like sitting there and we're at our gate. We're just chilling. And she goes to the bathroom and I see a lady walk by and she's like, there's so few people here. I can like see her mental process. She's like, I'm going to get one of these. I've always wanted one of these. She looked like a weary traveler. She had like a backpack on. She had shit. She sets right up in front of the sprinkles thing and she like fucking pushes the button to get her fucking cupcake. And she pushes the button. And as soon as she does it, the thing like lights up and starts singing to her. It's like, sprinkles, sprinkles, every girl loves the sprinkles. You are a sprinkle girl. Everyone is a sprinkle boy and girl. And a girl who loves sprinkles. You're happy, no problems in your life. Like it starts screaming this song at her. And I had to like cover my mouth because I started laughing so hard because you could tell when she turned around, she was like, I didn't want this at all. It would be like if you went to buy M&Ms and the fucking red and yellow M&M came out and started fucking twerking next to you. You're like, no, I just need a little bit of a dopamine rush inside of me that even no one can. I need a private VIP dopamine rush. Can I get it from this fucking cupcake machine? And she's like, sprinkle, bitch. You a sprinkle little bitch. And you could tell she was so tired. She was like, my fucking flight got canceled. All this shit just sprinkle, sprinkle. You like sprinkles. Ha, ha. You fucking little travel bitch. God, I'm just so glad I didn't get it. It's like, I was always like, man, those look kind of good. And don't ever buy one of those. How fucking long are those in there? There's no way they're restocking those all the time. So you get fucking sick. You got mold on your cupcakes and you're embarrassed. You go into the little tiny bathroom and you're like throwing up just because you're like, I need to feel a little bit better with fucking sugar. As sugar in every possible form it's ever been in. Hard, soft, doughy soft. And I needed in all the flavors. And then you fucking eat that shit. And then you fucking... If this motherfucker outside can't figure out his car horn... I can't wait to move out of this fucking dumbass apartment. I fucking hate this. These mesh apartments are fucking awful. That's always happening. There's one building next to me where there's a lady with a megaphone, and I don't know because she's speaking Spanish, but I think it's about like, I don't know, something she believes in very, very much, and it happens every day. It's behind that building, and I can hear it, and I'm like, I can't imagine if I lived in that building. And people just don't complain. I would complain my fucking ass off. This long hair, you think this made me a Karen? I've been a Karen when I had this short hair, just like a fucking Karen. Thanks for turning it off. Thanks for turning that beep off. You fucking beep. But anyway, I'm actually not mad. I really am in a good mood. I started working out again, so I'm feeling great. I stopped vaporizing. Ha! I don't smoke nicotine anymore. We were on the road and I quit because I had fasted because I got so fucking sick. I couldn't do anything. And I haven't hit the vape and I haven't wanted it. I've been bored to where I was like, oh, I remember why I used to want this, but I swear to God, I haven't been doing it. And Tatum's, she's like on the outs. She's trying to quit because she's also like doing it by herself, and she'll hit it and she'll be like, fuck, it hurts my stomach. And I used to be with her. I'd be like, let me hit that. And I'd hit it, like, fuck, now both of our stomachs hurt. But now just her stomach hurts, and I am laughing at Sprinkle Lady. So it was good. And yeah, we had a great time on tour. It was so nice being out in California. It wasn't exactly warm yet, but there were some warm moments. But I was like so pumped. I was like, dude, we're going on tour. It's the fucking 2-hit wonder tour. Let's go, baby. And then it got cold. But we were at Cobb's. Cobb's was fucking awesome. It's so cool when you can go into a comedy club and feel like the history. Like looking on the wall, seeing all these like signed posters, seeing all these like original artworks for like shows that they've had there. And I was like pretty sure, I think we were talking about it and I didn't like look it up, but I was like, I wonder if, because I saw a thing for like a tribute to Robin Williams. I'm like, I wonder if he's been here. And this guy Adam was like, yeah, dude. I mean, he lived in San Francisco. I'm sure he came to Cobb's. I was like, you're right. And so like when you're in something like that, because they have new comedy clubs and they're great, but when you go to one that like has history and you know that like people who you grew up watching or certain comedians that are in the zeitgeist were in this room, was like you're like, oh my God, it's incredible. So we went there. That was incredible. And then we went to the Punchline in Sacramento, and I had one of the best opening sets I've had in forever. I had some good crowd work. I'm gonna try to see. I think we caught it on the iPhone. I think we got it. But I fucked with this guy because I was like on stage, and this guy looked like he fucking hated every single person on stage. And then finally, like, I look over and he's laughing. I was like, oh, thank God you're laughing. Dude, I thought you were going to fucking kill me. And him laughing at that and, like, how I opened, it was just all so different. And it just felt fucking absolutely incredible. So that was amazing. And then, where did we see? Was that on this trip we saw Rory? Hold on. I'm trying to fucking think. Why is it not easy for me to remember? I don't remember if I talked about this or whatever, but we were on the road and we saw Rory was also going to be on the road. And so we went and saw him, and I, for the fucking absolute life of me, don't remember which city he was in, but it was him and Jeff Tice, and we got to see them, and that was a huge plus. I'm always so excited when I get to like hang out with someone who's one of my all-time favorite comics. It's a blast being on the road, and I'm very grateful for it. That's why I'm starting to work out, not smoke, because I was like, I don't want to be in complete heaven and then also pretend that I have all these problems that I don't have. Because there's other problems that I did have that I've worked myself out of. I am monetarily working way fucking harder. I'm getting shit fucking paid off. I'm trying to get to that. I want to get to that level to where I'm just broke. Not broke and terrified, scared as fucking shit, ready for the future I'd asked for. And I can't wait to move out of this fucking apartment. Unless they give me a good deal, because I've been complaining because we had a fucking huge leak. The fucking where you go to wash your clothes is always dirty. It feels like that place needs a fucking laundry. That thing could use a cycle of cleaning. Fucking can't get rid of these cockroaches, Bobby. That's gross. Oh, I know. I'm on your side with that one. So, but it's been a blast to be like on the road. I don't have any problems. I was in such a good mood. I was listening to the new Coheed and Cambria album. And I'll be honest, I cried. Because the songs are so good, and then it was like they always hit a couple. What was this line? He's like, people call it luck, but they're just like trying to pass the buck. And I heard that, and I was just like, damn, I really needed to hear that because I've worked very, very, very hard, and there's a lot of times where you're like, there is luck in this too, but also you kind of make your own luck or whatever. That's from The Dark Knight. But that's just how I felt. I just was like in a good mood. And like while I was on the road with Tatum, she was like, I gotta go take a nap. And it's like, good, yeah, you're a mom, you headline, you're all this. So I went and like picked up posters, got like everything ready, like just fucking rolled some joint, got everything fucking set up for the day, and then was about to lay down. And then her husband was like, hey, can you call me really quick? I need to he's like, cause he had to run inside he was like, I gotta go like run in the store and come like to go pick up medicine, and I don't want to get my daughter, like all this stuff. He's like, will you just like hang out? I'm gonna leave you know what I mean? Like in a safe way. Don't the car wasn't hot. And I was gonna lay down, but I was like, no, let me help out. And so it's like I called, and like there was something about like that I've been not on the vape or anything that like all of a sudden I had to do extra stuff, but I was like not only happy to do it, I was glad that like I could help someone out and that we were like getting everything done. So I'm bragging on myself. I've had a really hard couple of years, and instead of wallowing in it, I've been working hard, and I've been light working out for like a couple weeks and shit like that. But lately I've just was like, I talked to ChatGPT and I was like, give me a fucking regiment. Tell me exactly what to eat. So that's what I'm doing. I came home last night, cooked some dinner, cheap ass dinner, fucking did the most push-ups I've ever fucking done in my life. Hot boy summer coming right at you. Hot Bob summer gonna get a little dumb in the fucking tricep and bicep area. No. Yeah, but you're gonna see Bob rip. But what's funny is I don't think I can get ripped. I think there's only a certain level I'll be able to get like in shape, because you see those guys who are like in shape and then like they kind of like lose their personality, and I don't want to do that. I want to be a silly bitch, but I want to be able to lift stuff without going, ow, my fucking lower back hurt. So I'm going to work out. And then, I mean, it's like, I got to be in shape and quit vaping if I want to join Story of the Year, because they're making their 7th album. And I'm ultimately confused on why my email texts aren't coming through. I'm curious on how they're going to have a backup guitar that's knows them as well. So any fucking ways, I am ready to do that. And I got to do it by getting in shape, being able to backflip, because I'll be honest now. And if your Story of the Year, hit pause, because I don't want you to hear this. Don't listen. They're getting fucking old. How do you know they're getting old? You seen these fucking guys lately? So since they're getting so old, they're like Rory Scoles. Like both those fucks are old. No, I'm just kidding. 40-something fucking years old. Can you imagine? But so they're getting old as shit. And I don't want, their legacy to die. So it's like, I'm trying to do it. I'll just be the one to backflip and all that stuff. And they're like, well, Bobby, you can't rock and roll. How fucking hard could it be? How hard could it be if you can wear a top hat doing it and if you can wear a top hat and sunglasses, how hard can your job be? My job's so fucking easy. My job is so, and it's actually, there's some hard stuff that you probably couldn't do. But as far as like how hard it is, it's not. And it's easy, and it's like the best job fucking ever. But for real, get your shit together and come see us on tour. We're on the 2-Hit Wonder tour. Please donate to help my friend Erin out. I'm going to share all the links on my socials and everything like that. And just send her some love. I feel like everyone needs it and loves it and wants it. So that's it, I guess. That's the pod. And I have to go eat protein so that my stomach stops hurting. And I'm going to be a guy who starts to eat instead of being a guy who smokes a vape so much and you get headaches and you're like, why don't I feel good? And you're like, because no nutrition has went into your gullet. That's it. Bye, motherfuckers. I love you. See you later. Bye. That's it.